Oh, where to start here? This place is messed up. Can Kirk even walk around much? Let's get everyone's opinions here, shall
What
we?
kind of a butcher would do this sort of thing?
I recommend checking as many of the logs and sensor records as possible.
Can that dead guy talk?
I feel sick.
You get no respect.
Dick Patterson and I weren't exactly friends, but this...
You know, something that just occurred to me is that's the same Captain Patterson who fought that mock battle with us in the very beginning. I completely didn't realize that after all these years. Until now. That's kind of interesting. So every time you start this game, you don't go straight to like a new game or load screen. You have to watch the intro so you see Captain Patterson's name every single time. But I had no idea.
Main computer banks. They appear to have been damaged. A common tritanium duranium support beam which has snapped away from the hull.
Let's get Spock on the case.
Captain, records indicate that this ship was attacked by a Constitution-class starship.
Any idea of which one it was?
I am reading the record of the transponder signal, NCC 1701. It's the Enterprise, Captain.
Someone must have tampered with the computer records.
May I
Enterprise
remind
is
you,
known
Doctor,
to
that the
attack
main
ships
computer
that,
of a Constitution-class starship has safeguards
that are-
against such an intrusion.
That just
Furthermore,
reminds me of Star
I do
Trek
not
6
see
where
any discrepancies in any of the files
they
that I am
supposedly
able to
fire on the
access.
Klingon ship. And someone tampered with those logs too, saying that
There
the
are no
Enterprise
more
fired.
computer entries accessible from this station.
Can Bones do anything?
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
They're dead, Jim. All of them. Oh, I sure missed the forest, Kelly. And this was the last thing he did for Star Trek. I mean, it's the last time he, you know, went into a studio and recorded himself, I'm sure. So we're gonna have to come back here. There's not a lot we can do at the moment. We have nothing really to repair
There are
anything
no
on
more
the bridge.
computer entries. I fail to see. My tricorder has picked up the final entry of the report.
Okay, let's listen to that.
We're under attack. Our sensors are inoperative. We're trying to get shields up. Our rear deflectors down. It appears our enemy is a Constitution-class starship. We've tried to defend ourselves. We've hailed them, but no response.
That's all there is, Captain.
Dick Patterson was never one for making long speeches.
Alright. Let's move about, shall we? So all these red areas we can't go to. We can go to these yellow areas. So we're on the bridge now. Let's go to auxiliary control. A lot of bodies.
The vent is far too small for any one of us to fit through. It is also blocked 0.3 meters inside the duct.
I was gonna shoot that off.
Yet another crewman of the Republic whose life was unfairly abbreviated.
That guy lying dead kind of looks like he's wearing a Next Generation uniform. Just a bit.
This is the maintenance panel for the auxiliary control room door.
Let's scan that, shall we?
Tricorder indicates that the panel is currently sealed by Federation standard molecular bonding cement.
Molecular bonding cement. I want some molecular bonding cement. What's that?
This is a molecular saw, Captain. It is used for precision cutting. My tricorder reads that the power cells are fully charged.
Ah. Everything's got to be molecular,
You
if
failed
not
to obtain-
phase. Let's get that molecular saw.
You retrieve the molecular saw.
I do know what we're going to use that saw on, but I don't think it's anything here. So can we do anything else to get the door open?
From my lessons at the Academy, sir, we were told that a standard issue Federation phaser does not have enough power to cut through a security door such as this one.
Oh, red shirt. It's kind of sad. These red shirts probably have more dialogue than Uhura or Chekhov or Sulu. I think in the next Star Trek game, the Judgment Rights one, all those characters will have more to say. I already noticed that when I was playing it a bit, but I'm not going to do a blind playthrough of that game. I gotta kind of play it, get accustomed to it, and then eventually one day I'll do a recording of it. And that will be very fun for me.
The molecular saw easily cuts through the beam, separating it from the hull. You pick up the beam. It's a little heavy, but you manage it.
That's good. Otherwise, I was thinking that was a bit implausible. Let's go to sickbay. Oh, another dead dude. Dude's dead.
The crewman's death was pointless, just like too many deaths in human history.
That narrator, I like her social commentary. This debris we can shoot out of the way, but then more debris just falls. Like you can just melt it all in a pile. And then the exact same debris falls again.
Captain, the support beam for the ceiling is damaged here. There will be no way to safely clear out the debris. Captain, the support beam for the...
Tons of it. Alright, so we're gonna use the support beam here.
Nothing happens.
Or somewhere around here. I like seeing Kurt do all the busy work sometimes. Now we can get in here.
The ceiling appears stable. We should now be able to use Turbo Lift 2, Captain.
But first, I'm gonna go in here. This music is so cool. This guy looks pretty dang dead. But let's get Bones over here and...
I can't believe it. That's Brittany Murata. I knew her from my academy days. We studied alien history together.
Awesome uniforms they wore back then.
She's suffering from severe trauma and internal bleeding. I'll see what I can do.
Do what you can, Bones. I need to find out what happened here.
She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I think we can doctor her though.
No, you won't get us.
Murata, what happened?
They said it was the Enterprise. They had visual confirmation.
What about the Enterprise?
You killed us, Jim. We were friends for you. I trusted you.
I didn't kill you,
It wasn't
Brittany.
the Enterprise, Murata.
There's nothing more I can do.
Can't
That
doctor her
won't
anymore?
bring her back. She's gone.
Oh. That's awfully sad. I wonder if you can do anything to save her from dying. I'm pretty sure you can't. Is there anything here we can
This
use?
is an empty hypodermic injector.
I see no reason not to pick up an empty hypodermic injector.
You pick up the empty hypodermic
I pick
injector.
up the empty hypodermic injector. Is there anything else here?
This medical drill fires a microscopic phaser beam.
Yeah? Can I get that too? Nice. We get all sorts of useful
You
tools.
retrieve the medical drill. You see the dead body of Brittany. Her life was cut short, and you won't stop until you find the persons responsible.
No, I won't. Will Kirk say anything?
There's nothing at the moment for me to do there.
There's nothing at the moment for me to do there. Oh, Redshirt, what's your opinion of the situation?
Captain, did I ever mention how much
I
I hate
care.
hospitals?
The Redshirts in this game say the most obnoxious... I think, like, this game just does so much fan service, you know, because, like, you really don't care about the Redshirts, and they can die for all you care.
I believe
That's what
nothing
they're there
needs to
for.
be said, Captain.
You always hope the instruments are wrong, but you'll find someone alive.
Bones, you...
Life support must have gone down during the fight. Most of the people died from shock before the backup systems came online.
Alright. I think we got all we can from here.
Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
There's nothing at the moment for me to do there. What am I grabbing?
You have taken the cable.
Cable, eh? That might be useful on the bridge. Let's see where else we can get to first. I don't want to try any repairs until I pick up all the stuff I think I can pick up. Transporter room? There's a body up there. Look at this stuff. Here's another cable.
You pick up a length of cable. This corridor leads to the transporter room. This man is dead. A large piece of equipment has fallen through the ceiling. The area looks extremely unstable. Fortunately, the entry to the transporter room is near.
Anything else though? Sometimes there's things you can't always see on the ground. This man is dead. That dude's dead. Alright, a lot of dead dudes on this ship.
The transporter room appears to have escaped serious damage.
That's good. Can we power it back up? Spock? Hey, Spock?
The impulse engines are not generating any power for this system. I fail to see the... Nothing to report, Captain.
Well, that appears to be something.
These are the power conduits for the transporter system.
Power? Can I use a cable to route the power?
Nothing happens.
I guess not. What about here?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Alright. I think you need the transporters to get to a different part of the ship that we can't get to through the turbo lift. Weapons bay.
Turbo lift access is blocked by an extremely high radiation
Oh
level.
yeah, we can see that blocked, can't we? Engineering.
Captain, I'm picking up a functioning energy source in the immediate vicinity.
Is it this thing here? There appears to be a fire out there.
These ladders are used when turbo lifts are unavailable. Unfortunately, it is blocked by debris and a small smoldering fire.
Well, before we clear debris with the phaser, can I do it again? Ah, I can. Cool.
Oh my God, Jim, is that what I think it is?
Yes, Doctor. It is a portable fusion power pack.
Oh, of
A few
course.
centimeters lower.
Who
when that
wouldn't know
phase
what that
was
is?
half this section would be history, not to mention us.
Actually, Doctor, 3.2 centimeters. And based on our proximity to the explosion and the angle of the beam,
Thank you, Spock. I think we get the point.
I'm with Bones most of the time when he wants Spock to shut up. I really am. But Spock's that kind of guy you just always want by your side.
You pick up the portable fusion
I
power
have yet
pack.
to see the new Star Trek movie. I'm gonna see it real soon, and I really hope, amidst all the action in the movie, they take the time to develop the friendship that's supposed to exist between Kirk and Spock. Ah, lots of stuff going on here. Lots of flashing lights.
This is a junction box used for temporary rerouting of engineering
I bet I
circuits.
use the cables on this thingamajig.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Look, we're gonna use it here though. There's another dead dude. There's
You
one.
connect a length of cable between the impulse engine and the junction box.
Can I do it or should I do it on the other side? Ah.
You connect a length of cable
They even
between
did
the
it in
regulator
sync.
circuits in the junction box.
Okay, but kind of don't even know what I'm doing.
Please select an impedance.
Spock? Captain, the wrong setting on this particular device may cause the fusion reactors to melt down. We will have to do some research to determine the correct setting.
Like, you should use your tricorder on stuff?
This is an engineering circuit junction box. It is used for temporary rerouting of power. Without using one of these devices set to the... Nothing to report, Captain.
Little side panel
The
here.
closet opens, revealing a library of engineering technical journals.
Ah, maybe that's what we need
The
to
oil
study.
canister is bolted to the hull and can't be taken.
Well, I want the oil canister.
You take the engineering technical journals.
Okay, well, as far as the journals, how do I access those? I'm assuming I need the journals to know how to
This
reroute
is a
the
set
power.
of engineering technical journals.
Maybe I use the journals on the actual thingamajig here.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Alright, maybe
Nothing
not.
happens.
Those things look pretty cool, though. I think to cut that thing of oil free, though, I gotta use this little guy.
Nothing happens.
Really? What about the molecular saw? No, that seems like overkill. Oh, no, I remember what to do here. I get the empty hypodermic injector. I'm just gonna get some out of
The
there.
hypo is now filled with multi-purpose oil.
Yay, multi-purpose oil. Okay, I'm not sure what we need to do
These
to
are the
learn more
input.
about it.
The impulse engines are intact, Captain. We could use the fusion reactors from the impulse engines to restore power, but the lines have been severed to the power regulator.
Can we reroute the power lines?
We should be able to, Captain, if we can find a suitable supply of power cable. We will need to route the power through a junction box so we can set an impedance level. A direct connection to the regulator would cause an overload.
Well, what about this portable power pack we already
Nothing
have?
happens.
Alright. It's possible we've done all we can do here. Can I use Spock's tricorder to scan the... No, that doesn't work.
Nothing happens.
Alright, still I think we might have done all we can do here. I'll try to do Spock on it one more time.
Please select an impedance.
Spock? Captain, the wrong...
Alright. Well, let's go learn more about the ship before we risk overloading it. Can I go back there yet?
Captain, it is unadvisable to approach too closely. There is an open fire nearby.
Is the fire in danger of spreading, Spock?
No, Captain. There is an inadequate supply of flammable material. It will eventually burn itself out.
A look of terror is still etched on the face of this crewman.
Okay. Alright, let's see where else we can go. I believe that we need to get... Well, tough call. We gotta beam ourselves onto the weapons bay eventually. I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna use the transporter for. But... Man, this is a cool diagram. I'd love to have this whole thing just hanging on my wall. So, should we go to sick bay again? Transporter room? I'm not convinced we can use the transporter until later. Unless you can hook the power pack to it now, let's try that.
Nothing happens.
Maybe it's just not that easy.
Spock, would it be possible to connect the fusion power pack directly into the transporter power circuits?
Fascinating. It can be done. However, the transporter will only be able to transport a single person.
Do it, Spock.
Okay. Wow, that was a great sound effect.
I failed to see...
You don't fail to see the logic of my action. Get over there.
Captain, there are no coordinates set for the transporter.
Oh, well. How do we do that then?
Spock, please check out the
Ah, jeez. Just gonna say the same thing again.
Captain, there are no...
There is nothing at the moment for me to... Spock, please...
Maybe I should just scan it?
This unit is fully
Wait, why is he
functional,
doing it
but
now?
I do
I
not
guess I
see the
just
logic
pointed
in
at the
using
wrong
it
thing.
At this time, Captain. The Enterprise is out of range for transport.
But can you get coordinates for us, Spock? Huh? Eh?
Nothing to report. Surprisingly, the
Alright. I'm getting the feeling... Well, we gotta find out how to use those library card things. The technical journals. I still don't think anything left is in sickbay to get. So let's go to the bridge. Actually, let's check out auxiliary control again. Because I haven't really done anything here but pick stuff up.
Nothing happens.
Ah,
The drill easily breaks through the seal of the panel. Nothing happens.
so can I just use the panel now?
initial scans show that the gear mechanism is currently jammed with metallic debris.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. The molecular saw will not penetrate a
Well, so what can I do with this thing?
Initial scans show that the gear mechanism is currently jammed with metallic debris.
This mechanism or behind the door? Can't I use the oily stuff?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Alright, I get it. Nothing happens. Okay. Well, let's come back to this area then. I still think maybe what we need is on the bridge. That? I don't... Wait. Maybe I can use these on the captain's chair.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Nothing works on this thing.
Nothing happens.
Ah.
Nothing happens. This person is dead. Main computer banks. Main computer bank.
We gotta find somewhere to get these,
This is the captain's chair where the captain's log is stored.
some way to access these things.
Nothing happens.
I still think Spock should just, like, use them magically somehow.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
So there's nothing else in here we can use for sure then?
The view screen is not functioning. This is the captain's chair.
Alright. Let's leave the bridge, I guess. I thought we'd have enough to go on to make some progress there. I'm still kind of obsessed with auxiliary control.
The vent is far too small for any one of us to fit through. It is also blocked 0.3 meters inside the duct.
But there must be something I can do with it, right? Otherwise, why am I looking at it?
Nothing happens.
Can I use the molecular saw on that thing?
Nothing happens.
What about the oil?
Nothing happens.
Phaser?
Captain, it would be unwise to use your phaser
Alright, I get it. Well, we've used all our inventory items here. In this room. Let's go back to sick bay. Maybe the sick bay's library things are working.
Yet another crewman of the Republic whose life was unfairly abbreviated.
Unfairly abbreviated. That's a nice way to say they were killed. His life was unfairly abbreviated. I don't think there's anything else we can do in this room at all. Alright, let's not come back here anymore. It's haunted now. Ah, jeez. Well, like I said, this is like the longest
The crewman's death was
away mission that you do.
one of the many battered. The support beam.
So... So we were just in sick bay? Alright, the answer's gotta be in engineering. But we're not quite in engineering here.
This corridor leads. These ladders are used when turbo lifts are unavailable. Unfortunately, it is blocked.
Okay, the solution's gotta be in engineering. I must have missed something here. Maybe I just gotta scan more things, I don't know.
Captain, this is the fusion mixture regulator for the impulse engines. There is currently no power running to it. Captain, this is the fusion mixture.
Okay, what about this?
I failed to see.
I want you to scan it.
Nothing to report.
Come on, report.
The impulse engines are intact, Captain.
Can we reroute the power lines?
We should be able to, Captain, if we.
Wait a minute, isn't there like a data reader thing, like right there?
These are the controls to.
Or
These are the
somewhere
controls
here?
to the Republic's impulse engines. This is a junction box used
Hey
for temporary
Dad,
rerouting of.
what's that sound? Let's try to use these on things.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I'm convinced it can be
Nothing
used somewhere
happens.
here.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
It's gotta be.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
What about up here? I don't think you can just climb that ladder though.
Please select an impedance.
Spock?
Captain, the wrong setting on this particular device may cause the fusion reactors to melt down. We will have to do some research to determine the correct setting.
I'm totally out of ideas. I don't have a lot of inventory to work with here.
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Enterprise here. We're still tracking the distress call. Are you all right, sir?
Yes, Uhura. Just wanted a status report. Kirk out.
Doesn't it seem obvious the Enterprise should come back by now? Maybe that option I chose early on affected things somehow.
This is a canister of high-grade multi-purpose oil, very useful for lubricating machinery. These are the controls to the Republic.
I swear there
These
is
are the
a
controls to-
card reader of some kind for those things.
This is a set of engineering technical terms.
It's getting frustrating. Can't do anything here, so...
There is nothing at the moment from... There is nothing at the moment from...
There's nothing there required. There's nothing there required.
Alright, not engineering then. Am I missing something with this fire? So maybe we need to get there. Gotta be some way to put it out now. I could just shoot it. Shoot the fire. Yeah.
Captain, it would be unwise.
I guess not. Engineering. Well, this is the only other area, and I've already ran out of ideas here as well. How far back can that? Well, what is that? Pretty sure I have all the inventory I can get right now. There's gotta be something. Wait a minute, what's that? Is that something I missed? No.
The transporter room. Cage is eager to perform his duties.
You perform your duties.
He looks at you with a put.
Maybe I need to stand on the transporter pad. Yeah, now I'll make Spock do it. He's gonna say there's no coordinates, but...
This unit is fully functional, but I do not see the logic in using it at...
Okay, I guess we're only supposed to use it to get back to the Enterprise then? I thought we could use it to beam to a different part of the ship to get some more stuff. I mean, there's nothing else to do otherwise. I feel like I want to go back to the bridge again, but we checked that place pretty thoroughly. Transporter room. Nothing in sick bay, right? There's gotta be something else to do in auxiliary control. I feel like I gotta get this thing open. Or still do something with this. I don't think I've done what I can do here.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Truant ball, eh? I'll get it. Wait, can I do it again? What did that do? He just keeps making the sound there.
The panel opens easily.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm on the right track then. I don't know why I didn't do that before. All these parts in there, so we're gonna use the oil in there to...
The oil seeps into and loosens the debris.
Yay.
Nothing happens.
Well, with the debris loose, do I just pick up the debris?
The gears are completely cleared of debris.
Yeah. Nice. Maybe I'll put my science officer back there.
The gears are moving freely.
Okay, well, does that mean we can just walk through the door? Oh, okay, I get it. Wow, it's like that other bridge. Hey, wait, what's that?
These are Federation standard record decks.
Record decks? Can I play my engineering journal thingamajigs
You
on
take
them?
the record decks.
I don't think so, but what I think I can do...
This is a standard input-output slot.
Yeah, okay, so let's use these here.
Captain, I have examined the engineering journals. According to Chapter 18, we can run...
Jim, do we really need a lesson in starship engineering?
Spock, just tell me if they will help.
Why, yes, Captain.
Alright, I guess that'll allow us to do what we need to do with the power.
I have memorized all pertinent data, Captain.
What about these other ones, though? Kirk's gonna do it?
Captain's log. Stardate 6087.6. The Republic is currently approaching the Vardane system. Sensors have detected unusual energy fluctuations near one of the Vardanian moons. Starfleet has ordered us to investigate.
So they were just more logs? Does he say the same thing if I do it again?
Captain's log. Stardate 6087.8. We are under attack by 2 unidentified ships. I don't know how they could have approached undetected. They must have some kind of cloaking device, although there are no reports of Romulans in this sector.
Let's do it again.
Captain Spock, Stardate 6088.1. We have successfully driven off our assailants. Major damage has been sustained by our warp engines. Communications has reported that USS Enterprise is in sector. I requested Mr. Scott's assistance in repairing damage to the Republic. With luck, we will be fully operational in a couple of days.
Captain's log Stardate 6088.5. First Officer Andrade commanding. The Enterprise has inexplicably opened fire upon us. Captain Patterson has
Does
been
that say
mortally wounded. We sustained major
unexplicably?
damage to all systems.
Isn't it inexplicably?
Impulse power is out. We cannot understand why.
There are no more log decks, Captain.
Huh, interesting.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power. This is the impulse power allocation. Indicators currently show no power output from the impulse engines.
Okay, well,
The auxiliary control room view screen is still operating. It is
Mr. Spock, what is the status of the ship's computer?
There is extensive damage to the main processing unit of the ship's computer. It will take several days at a starbase to repair.
We don't have several days, Mr. Spock.
Unless we can find a suitable computational alternative, there will be no way to control the ship's systems.
That's just great, Spock. We don't exactly carry an M5 computer in our inventory.
Correct, Doctor?
M5.
However, there may be another alternative. Linked tricorders, along with the circuits in the data reader, should have the processing power necessary to control a single starship system.
Wow.
Thank goodness for parallel processing. I don't know what computers could do without it.
Thank goodness for parallel processing. Alright.
There is nothing at the moment.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation.
Okay, let's try to combine our tricorders here.
Captain, I recommend we wait until we have restored power before I hook up the tricorders.
Okay. Alright, so let's go back to engineering now that we know enough about the computers. Where am I? Auxiliary control, so we're gonna go to sick bay. On to engineering. I'd really like to put out that fire. Okay, Spock should be able to use this thing now.
Please select.
Spock?
Captain, the information obtained from the engineering journals indicates
Yay,
the correct impedance
19,000
setting to be 19,000 ohms.
Go ahead and
Ohms.
adjust the settings, Spock.
Power has now been restored, Captain.
Wow. We have power to the ship. For the most part. Now let's go back to auxiliary control. I still want to get to this weapons bay. Do 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 do. Ah, nice. We got all the sound effects back. That's what restoring power truly does for me. I better save it here. I don't know what's coming up. I
Save
don't
new
quite
game.
remember. Alright, let's get the tricorders here. Do it, Spock. Do it.
Spock crudely attaches the medical tricorder to the computer console.
Now what?
There is nothing at the moment from me.
There is no response.
Mr. Spock, what is the status of the ship's computer?
There is extensive damage to the main...
We don't have several...
Unless we...
That's just great.
Correct, Doctor.
Heck,
However,
Doctor.
th-
Okay,
Thank
so
goodness
we
for
did that, but now what?
Mr. Spock, what is the...
There
Yeah,
is
jeez.
extensive...
We don't have...
My apologies.
That's just correct, Doctor.
Thank goodness for...
I failed to see...
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power.
Well, what can I do
Spock,
here?
what is the situation with the impulse engines?
The main computer is too badly damaged to actively control the power circuits. This is the photon torpedo launching control. I failed to see the lock. This input-output slot.
Shoot. Well, so what can we do?
I failed to...
Mr. Spock, what is this?
There is extensive...
We don't have...
Unless we can find...
That's just
Correct, Doctor.
Thank goodness for...
So we did do that part, didn't we? That combined with... Oh wait, I haven't put the... Okay.
Spock crudely attaches the science tricorder to the computer console.
Now we got
Both
power.
tricorders are rigged into the main computer's central
Enough power to...
processing unit.
Enough
We now have
processing
enough
power I need to
computational
control
power
a
to
single
control a
ship
single
system.
ship's system.
These are the auxiliary...
Oh, crud. Crud, it's an Alassi
Captain,
fighter.
Look, an Alassi ship.
That ship was cloaked.
Fascinating.
Is that all you can say?
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields.
What good are shields gonna do
There is
for us
nothing
at
at
this
the moment.
point?
There is nothing at the moment.
Medical tricorder taken.
No, I don't think I wanted to do that. Did I? Put it back.
Spock
Spock.
crudely attaches...
Both tricorders are...
Yeah, sit down over there.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
Weapons,
Shields.
shields.
Transporter circuits.
That would be useful,
Weapons.
wouldn't it?
Shields.
Shields are up, sir.
Can I...
Captain, we are being hailed by the
interesting.
Alassi, Captain.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't Captain Kirk. Fancy meeting you out here all alone in such a shabby starship.
What do you want?
You should be more civil, considering your Enterprise is far away on a mercy mission helping that poor traitor.
It was a setup?
I can see why
Duh.
they made you captain.
I assume
Exactly.
since you haven't
I'm with
blasted
the
us to
Alassi
bits,
on
you
this
want
one.
something.
Why, yes I do. It seems you failed to give one of my associates some rather important information.
The
hate this
Masada, I
guy.
presume. You want the
Masada.
locations of all your imprisoned comrades?
Yes, Kirk. The Republic's computers will have the data just as your Enterprise would. I give you 1 minute to comply.
Just try and get it. You can't threaten me. It will take time. The controls are smashed and the main computer's badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks. Just try and get it. You can't threaten. It will take time.
I just...
controls are smashed
Kirk's
and
all
the main
about
computer's
stalling
badly
for time,
damaged.
so...
Maybe I should just pump a few torpedoes into your shields and check it out for myself.
The Republic will fall apart if you fire on us. Then you'll never get the data.
All right, Kirk. We'll do it your way. I would rather not kill you. Besides, there's an old friend that wants to meet you.
What?
I give you 30 minutes. And remember, no tricks.
Captain, the main computer is far beyond...
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out.
Shut up, Spock, exactly. Wow, I need to take a break, because this has been quite a grind so far. So when we come back, we're going to deal with this Alassi ship. And... it should be pretty sweet. Yeah. I think we can do it all from here, so I'll see you soon.